All right, people, how you doing? It's your boy Stacks Demigod, aka Seven Deadly Sins, aka In Your Face. I'm joking. But serious topic now. I'm gonna get a little bit serious with this little clip because the message has to be put out. The message is out there by people, but y'all ain't doing enough. Now I need y'all to remember your history, your ancestors. Do you understand? And how they would be sick at this moment in time to hear these conversations. How dare we try and change nature's name? How dare we try and change the flow of God? Man and woman, there's only two genders out there. And now we got freaks, and I'm sorry to say this because it's the fact though. We've got freaks of nature walking this planet, some with money, some without, and they have put this out with the help and backing of governments around the world. So we've clearly got a problem. But I will not allow these demonic entities to come and change God's plan that the way it's been since the day of the day man walked this planet. You understand? We won't allow that. And I beg and applaud everybody to just stand up and turn their back on these people on every hand of you. Don't care if it's a job or whatever. Turn your back on the whole of this, or go, or may you burn in hell as well, because that's exactly what's going on. You understand? Changing the shift of nature for some reason, and it's nothing but freak. I swear, if anything, it feels like there's some kind of invasion going on. I don't think these people are human.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Title IX was a landmark civil rights law. It helped create the incredible breadth of women's sports and girls' sports that we see across the country. I believe in girls' sports. I believe in women's sports. I'm the proud father of two daughters who are both athletes. I think participating in competitive sports is a wonderful thing for a young girl. I think it is a wonderful thing for a woman. And I think, unfortunately, today's Democrat Party has decided that women's sports and girls' sports no longer matters, and they're willing to push radical legislation designed to destroy girls' sports and women's sports.
So it's the Democrats. It's the Democrats. I don't really pay too much attention to when it comes to politics, and I've always been asking, who are the people pushing this message? Democrats. All right then, well, people, you know what to do. These Democrat people need to be cancelled out altogether, completely removed. Get me? These people can't have a seat. I know there's two sides. You got Democrats and the other ones, but I'm telling you, we can see where the demons are. If it's the Democrats that are pushing this thing, then they are nothing but demons. They are nothing but opposites to nature. All right, and it has to be stopped. So turn your backs, people, to everything they put out. I don't care if you're working for their companies and that. Turn your back. I don't know, it's easier said than done, but turn your backs. Because the more you play into it, the more you allow it, so you're just the same, right? Gonna have to add the free strike law to this stuff. Definitely need a law change.
Gaines, I want to thank you for your courage. You are relatively young, but you have demonstrated incredible courage. And because you have dared to speak up, you have been demonized, you have been vilified. I saw when you were attacked by a leftist mob at San Francisco State University for daring to speak up. You had an incredible record as a swimmer at the University of Kentucky. You were a two-time NCAA All-American. You were a five-time SEC champion. You're an SEC record holder and a two-time Olympic trial qualifier. But yet on March 27th, 2022, something changed. What happened on March 22nd?
Check this out, yo. You won't believe this. Check this out, though. And it just shows you how much they're pushing this. They really are pushing this. So, listen. As long as people know right from wrong. Imagine if our ancestors was alive to hear this. Imagine them looking down at us. Or up at us. However you want to look at it. And hearing this shit. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Boy, these people better hope there isn't no such thing as a God and shit like that. Well, there is such a thing, but they better hope that there isn't like no punishment that comes along with it. You know.
On March 17th, 2022.
That's when Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle and again resulted in a tie.
And so you tied. What was the consequence of tying?
We went behind the awards podium where typically you're handed your trophy, you're marched out, you're named an All-American. And so we go back there and the official looks at both Thomas and myself and says, great job, but you guys tied. And we only have one trophy, therefore we're giving this trophy to Leah. And I question this and I say, why? And at first I shortened it in my testimony, but really he stumbled on his words. He didn't know how to answer this. And at first he's, well, we're just doing this in chronological order. To which I further pressed and I said, okay, well, what are you being chronological about? Because we tied. And if we're doing this off alphabetical order, G comes before T. So what are you being chronological about? To which this wasn't a script they had prepared for him. And he actually appreciated his honesty. He did say, we have to give the trophy for Leah because Leah has to have it for pictures. They've made that clear. Leah has to have the trophy for pictures. You can pose with this trophy, but you have to give yours back. You have to go home empty-handed. Leah Thomas takes the trophy home. End of story.
So instead of letting the Tran pose for the pictures and then giving the trophy to this lady on the screen, they said the Tran has to keep the trophy. Can you see the agenda? So now they want to push it out there. You see the agenda? Now, let's talk more about this agenda. Is this agenda to make the people mad? Is this agenda to keep us all busy on these subjects while they're doing things in the background? Do you remember when the corona was around and they was talking about, there's going to be a world shutdown, one world order, everyone's going to start losing their jobs, the world's just going to start collapsing, madness is going to happen, all in order for a one world government? Do you remember all these things? Because you need to remember these things, you know, because things kind of make sense when things just keep happening for no reason. Different subjects jumping in and then they just go mainstream for no reason and it's just stupidness. Like, how we all are entertaining this, I do not know. I do not know. You understand? And how tradies are walking in schools and they're still breathing to this day, I do not know. I really do not know, but I tell you one thing, and I put it out here for now, for show. Stay away from my kids. Or kid, should I say. Stay away. Stay away. I am not playing this game. I am Jamaican. Understand my words. I am Jamaican. You understand? Stay away. We don't do that blood clot nastiness. You understand? Get me? We are children of the motherfucking corn. You understand? We are children of nature. Do you understand? I follow nature's design, nature's code only. You understand? I am meant to live on with my DNA. It's meant to live on. Do you understand? Through my kids, I will live forever. Do you understand? And in that, I need a woman by my side. Do you understand? And so on and so on and so on. All my generations to come. Do you understand? And I will not let you tear that down. Do you understand? It's not going to happen. Now, maybe you can fool people around me and make them change to them ways. But as long as they don't push that onto me and my own, I'm good. You understand? And we're going to talk about this age thing as well. You understand? Being in schools and doing things. We can see what you're doing. Kids' minds are impressionable. That's why you're doing it as early as you can to the kids in school, grooming that would be. And when we see all this footage, we can see where all the pedophiles are in the tranny groups. They're all there walking the streets naked in front of kids and all this stuff. We know where the pedophiles are now. We've got you all marked. We see your faces. It's funny though, it looks like the police are working alongside you because they know you pedophiles too, but none of y'all are getting arrested. Hence what I was saying months ago, you know how we fix shit, yeah? You get me? You make it tougher sentences for pedophiles and abusers. I've been saying that for how many years now? You understand? And now we're at this point where the pedophiles are out to play and they're fooling and showing their nakedness and their desires, and the government says it's okay. Months ago, we found out there were dead bodies in the Queen's back garden. Kids won. We found out Biden had an island with kids on. And now we come to this part where kids are being groomed. No one sees an agenda. Look, stay away from mine. And when I say mine, I mean friends included. One thing I have learned about Earth, about life, at some point, you gotta fight or live for nothing.
Now, let me ask you, as someone who's competed at the elite level, in your experience, is there a difference between women and men?
Of course. I think we learned this at a very young age, watching even 12 and unders play. Going through puberty causes irreversible advantage that no matter the training, no matter the diet, no matter any alterable change you can make, will overcome that male advantage. Especially in sports like swimming, where lung capacity matters so much. Even something as silly as throat size, men have on average a 40% larger throat, which sounds like it's nothing. But when you're grasping for air, that 40% larger throat makes a huge difference in athletic success, not to mention height. You guys know the differences.
Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women,
I'm just asking, is there a difference between women and men?
what I can say is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition
Okay, I'm going to try again.
the rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes/no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Do you know the word cis was only invented a decade ago by some random dude? Some random dude made up the word cis, yeah, and now a decade later they're using the word cis like it's been out forever, like it's been a thought in people's minds forever. They are making this shit up as they go along. They premeditated this, just like I was saying about things like examples like 9/11 and stuff like that. They made us know 7 years before it happened, premeditated and stuff. You understand? Like I'm saying, they were making up these words and shit a decade ago, and now they put it all into play. Is it just me that's noticing they're playing the game of chess with us? I've got to be the last one to fall then.
I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is that a yes? So I'm trying to get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech. Is there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're not answering that. Let me ask you this question then.
Excuse me, Mr. Man, can I step in? Because she's one of mine. You stupid ass woman. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you. You ain't black, you're whack. You ain't even black like that. You must be something else that are like, because they say, you know, not all people are black, or not all people are, you know what I'm trying to say? Well, you obviously, you I don't know what to say about you. You straight whack. You straight whack. Obviously, you must have been adopted. You must have been in some kind of, I don't know, man. You must have been raised by. I don't even know. I'm not even going to sit here and try and drag you. Because that's what I want to do inside, but something's stopping me. That's why I'm not doing it. But, disgraceful. And they got a black woman representing. Why are they doing that? Have you noticed that? They've got black people represented in some dumb shit. Have you noticed that? Like it's the black way. Oh, fuck off out of here. Fuck off out of here. Fuck off out of here. You know, we all start screaming, Batman for dead, all that stuff. Well, Jamaican black. Anyway, shout out to my Jamaicans, you know, because we about nature. You understand? We about the rhythm of life. You understand? Shout out to the Jamaicans, because we don't partake in shit like this. Not saying that there isn't gay Jamaicans or whatever out there. Not saying, because, you know, in every flock you'll find one or two that are doing the boogadoo. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just trying to say, majority, we don't play that. We don't play that. We don't go against nature. Because we understand nature is just like us. And yet, I bet some of you I can turn around and say, well, nature does some gay activity. Well, like I said, in human nature, there's some gay activity too. But that don't mean the whole of nature's right and the whole of humans are right. It just means there's some mistakes made. Just like you could buy a new TV or something, right? And it might not be working properly. There's a mistake somewhere, right? Right? Some of us are born with problems. There's a mistake somewhere, right? Tranny people born with problems, right? But you want to say what? You want to change the whole of the world, the way the world ticks. You know what? You might as well make the clocks and the months go backwards. How about that? Make the months go backwards. Make us get younger instead of older. Since you can make shit go happen. If you make the months go backwards, do you think we will get younger? Huh? Is that possible, tranny people? Huh? Well, what is age really, huh? What is age? Age is just a number, right? And if you add that number and make it into words, then you got words instead of an age. So really, if you make it age a number, then the age is nothing but words. And then, I'm not even knowing what I'm saying right now, but they will make sense of it. Right? Right? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not even making sense right now, but they will make it make sense. I've just hurt my own head trying to say all that. Let's carry on, yo.
Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is different than gender.
Why
and I do believe that women's sports have a great value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right now.
Ms. Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But why have a separate category for women?
Oh
if there's no difference between women and men, why?
See, and they got a woman. You see, that's what I'm saying. Now it feels. I'm sorry, everybody, but it feels more shameful. But when you see one of your own just talk crap, you see, it feels. And everybody can relate. You know, some white people could be at home watching TV, and they got somebody on stage, a white person talking about something, and they say some stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure white people experience this a lot because a lot of white people be going up talking all these tranny stuff and all this stuff and it sounds stupid. So I know a lot of white people out there shaking their head like, what the fuck? You understand? So yeah, we are the same board right now. This woman right here with her 4D glasses on, with a stupid little brain in her stupid little head. Listen. Black women, right? Let me say something to black women. Listen, stop vouching, stop jumping into these damn ass groups. And if you feel say that there's something wrong with you where you're blah blah blah, then seek help in it. You understand? Stop running to a group. Remember, we're probably the sickest people on this planet because of what we've been through and going through, right? You get me? And now you're jumping over bandwagons. Why don't you fix your mind first? Get your mind in gear. Fix our situation first. Then you jump into these other little dumbass, little stupid ass. It's like you want to be fitted in with your 4D glasses. It's like you want to fit into some kind of group with your big 4D glasses. You know what? Sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you look, I'm light cooking her. This is light work. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm not even disrespecting her like that. But her big ass glasses say she's dumb. You understand? When you see people with glasses on, you're supposed to be intelligent and you're supposed to say, they got glasses on. I'm not going to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But this person, you want to headbutt. Let's carry on, though. Let's carry on.
Have women's sports.
I'm saying that there's a difference between sex and gender, and that the NCAA has rules in place, which they have for the last decade.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to enter into the record an article from Duke Law.
If you say there's a difference between sex and gender and they've got something in place, so then why are you making the same sex, two different sexes compete in sports? If there's a difference, she just said it herself, there's a difference, so they shouldn't be competing in sports, right? She just gave you the answer. She just basically gave you the answer with her stupid ass.
Called Comparing Athletic Performances for the Best Elite Women to Boys and Men. And it goes through examining in 2017 the top records for women in the world in various track and field events. So, for example, in the 100 meter, the top record for women in the world was 10.71 seconds. Now, that record for the number one woman in the world in 2017 was in the year 2017 broken by 124 boys under 18. In that same year, the record for the number one competing woman in the 100-meter dash in the world was broken by a total of 2,474 men. If the radical Democrat agenda to destroy girls' sports and women's sports succeeds, little girls will not have a chance to compete. So I ask unanimous consent that this article be entered into the record.
Right.
Without objection. Senator Padilla.
Right. Right. I mean, goddamn. Look what they're doing. I'm glad I played this video. First time I heard it all with Jar right now. I'm glad I recorded this. You know, I'm kind of glad I didn't drag that woman, the black woman, because, you know, it's sickening. Maybe you need to... No, stop. Don't say anything bad. Just woosah yourself. Woosah. There's no point. You understand? Because like I'm saying, we got hurt people in all races. You understand? We got people that ain't working, their minds ain't working properly in all races. There are people that are trying to be noticed, so they do these things. We got people that have been through a lot of things. You know, at the end of the day, what's needed is help, and the right help, and the government's just not doing that for you. They'd rather say to you, well, go and do whatever you want to do. If you want to look like a butterfly, go ahead. Instead of giving them right help, you understand? I mean, we got things like counselors and you know, psychiatrists and shit like that for a reason, right? So instead of the government pumping that information out there, go and see these people, making it easier for these people to see these kind of people, you know what I'm trying to say? They'd rather say, yeah, just do whatever you want, right? You know, I could turn this world upside down with what I know. The bullshit that's going on. I really could. But, you know, when you talk sense, they kick you out of the algorithm. They make sure no one gets to hear your stuff. You know. And then they only want to hear stuff from people that are doing really well. Like, might have a good position in life. Because then they can tear that person down with threats. It's just the way it goes. You know. But anyway, people, enough love. Wanted to bring some news. And I did just that. I will catch you on another one. Yo, listen, stay alive. And stay guided by nature. You understand? Just stay guided by nature. When you feel all else is lost and you don't know what to do, nature will guide you the way. And I suggest people just will start watching wildlife, you know. It will calm a lot of people down. You understand? It will enter your mind into a different realm of understanding. Shout out to those that do watch things like that. You know, but seriously, if you feel lost, just go back towards nature and just understand the world's code. Do you understand? Just understand. Just get back into the world's code itself, the beautifulness of nature. What makes nature tick? What makes us tick? What guides us? And then when you start doing that, you start understanding and seeing where the problems are coming in and why. You understand? You might not understand the why, but you'll see where the problems are coming in and how often new problems keep jumping into the ring, and you will start seeing things. You will, trust me, just like I did and still do. Anyway, take care, y'all. Peace.